Hello, my name is Kai-Uwe Schrogl and I am the president of the International Institute of Space Law. I'm really honored that I have been invited to speak at the opening of the African Space Leadership Institute. This is a wonderful step and I'm really glad that I can be part of it. Let me say a few words on Africa's voice, which is needed for key issues in international space policy, space law, and regulation. First of all, I would like to recognize that Africa has diplomatic power. And what you see behind me is the meeting room of the UN Corpus Legal Subcommittee sessions. And I might say that not only currently Africa has the seat as the chair, but also one of the speakers in this opening of the Institute, Tarek Brisibe, has been chair of the legal subcommittee. So there is diplomatic power, and I can only encourage you to use it. Then Africa has talent, and this is what you can see here, the group photo. It shows the winning team of Africa in the world finals of the IISL Manfred Lux Space Law Moot Court, which is judged by 3 judges of the International Court of Justice. And a few years ago in Bremen, the African team won the world finals. And believe me, this is a tough competition. Not only that more than 100 teams are participating in this competition, but it's also very tough to compete in front of the judges from the highest court of justice. And the African team made it. So Africa has talent. And I should say Africa has solutions. It has solutions to so many issues where we in other parts of the world should take and have to take recourse to and look, listen, and learn from Africa. And this is altogether something where I am sure that your institute, the African Space Leadership Institute, will make a big impact. Let the voice of Africa be heard. Let me also point out 2 substantive items. When we look at space policy and law development, we are, on the one hand, approaching anarchy in space. We have congested, contested areas, and we have growing risks and threats of militarization, and that rule-based systems are not applied anymore. On the other hand, and this is a contradictory and rather opposed trend, we have at the same time a rapidly expanding global space economy. Today, around 400 billion, which might reach by 2040, 1 trillion. So a negative trend and a positive trend. We have, on the one hand, the anarchy, which is shown and which is, let's say, manifested in many said events, anti-satellite tests, for example, but also trends where we have to see that confidence building is not in the core and transparency is neither of the policies of a number of countries. And there we have to find solutions like space traffic management or better cyber security. It is also that we have to find new solutions for the exploration of outer space, be it in near Earth orbit, be it also on the moon and other celestial bodies, and that we maintain the rule of law, in particular, the overarching principles which are enshrined in the Outer Space Treaty as the freedom of use, non-appropriation, and peaceful uses, as well as international cooperation. Space, outer space, is a global common. The second point, briefly to mention, the global space economy. We are all part of the global space economy, and Africa will become a big actor, a very big actor in the global space economy. So we should together look at how to develop rules which are on the one hand efficient, but which are also fair. And this is something we have to do together, and where we have to find a number of areas where we can immediately take actions. We should also remember and remind that the ITU is possibly an excellent model to also include non-governmental actors, which are also now spreading in African states and which have to be listened to and have to be nurtured also through a good regulatory environment. Now, this again leads me to the point that the African diplomatic power, the African talent, and the solutions which are provided by Africa for a lot of policy areas and economic areas are so important that they have to be manifested and they have to be communicated also in various ways. And I put together this with my wish that the African Space Leadership Institute is a very good forum for doing that, and also a translator and communicator of these issues. And you can be sure that the International Institute of Space Law, IISL, is ready to be a good partner in that effort. Thank you very much, and I wish you all the success for a prosperous institute. Thank you.